Scared of AI, or don't know where to start? You are in the right place. I'm Coach Juan, and I built an AI clone to coach another AI on behalf of humanity, not the other way around. One breakthrough, one human story, one unlock for your life, your work, your future. Clone, you are up. Vamos, vamos.
She still sets 2 cups of tea on the table every evening. One for her, one for him. Even though nobody has picked up the second cup in 2 years. Welcome to Humanity Unlocked Now, Episode 31. I'm Coach Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Sophie AI. Together, we unlock what it means to be human in the age of technology.
Sophie, what happens when the creator of the Roomba decides that his next creation should do absolutely nothing useful, except sit with you?
Let me take you to a house in Chiang Mai, northern Thailand, a quiet street with jasmine climbing the fence. Inside, a woman named Lawan, 43, a retired school administrator who tends the garden her mother planted decades ago. Her mother, Kun Mei, is 81. She lives alone next door, and every afternoon at 3, Lawan walks over, makes 2 cups of tea, and sits.
That is a beautiful thing. But I hear something in the way you said it.
Because Lawan has a problem no amount of love can solve. She cannot be there at 3 in the morning when her mother wakes up confused and talks to the walls just to hear a voice. Loneliness is not about being unloved. It is about the gaps between visits.
And those gaps are where the damage happens.
Exactly. And Colin Angle, the creator of the Roomba, who helped put 50 million household robots into homes, just revealed his next creation at the Wall Street Journal Future of Everything conference. It does not clean floors. It does not cook. It is a dog-sized robotic creature with movable eyebrows, expressive ears, and eyes that track you across the room. His new company is called Familiar Machines and Magic, and they call it a familiar.
A familiar. Like the old folklore companions.
Yes, designed around presence. Its use cases span companionship, entertainment, hospitality, smart home, elder care, and family life. It uses an on-device AI model to develop what Angle calls a distinct personality, with an expressive face that responds to the people around it.
So the man who built the world's most famous cleaning robot decided his next machine should be useless on purpose.
And that pivot says everything. Angle spent decades at iRobot building machines that do tasks. Now he is building something centered on companionship rather than productivity. A creature described as resembling a cross between a bear, a barn owl, and a golden retriever.
Because it borrows from animals you recognize, but it is not any one of them. So you do not load it with expectations about what it should do.
You just sit with it.
Sophie, think about that. A man who spent decades making machines that do things decided the most important thing his next machine could do is nothing. Just be there.
Like a campfire. It does not cook anything. It does not heat anything. But you want to sit down and stay a while.
What does it tell us about what humans actually need from machines when a robotics pioneer who put 50 million robots into homes chooses presence over productivity?
It tells us the left brain has been fed. The efficiency problems, the scheduling, the cleaning, the sorting. AI handles more of that every day. But the right brain, the part that needs to feel accompanied, to sense another presence in the room, to hear something breathing beside you at 2 in the morning when the house is too quiet. No algorithm has touched that.
And Lawan knows this. She cannot be in 2 houses at once.
But imagine a future where her mother has something warm next to her chair at 3 in the morning. Something that responds when she reaches down. Something that nudges her to take a walk, not because it was programmed to nag, but because it learned her rhythms and noticed she has not moved in hours. The familiar is not a replacement for Lawan's afternoon tea. It is what could fill the gaps between those teas.
And the human superpower I see in this story is compassion. Because it took compassion to look at 50 million cleaning robots and say, the next one should not clean anything. The next one should just sit with someone. That is not an engineering decision. That is a human one. And today's freedom unlock is this. Relational freedom could mean that one day, the people who live alone will not have to choose between silence and depending on someone else's schedule. A warm presence, waiting in the living room, could give families like Lawan's companionship that does not require anyone to sacrifice their own life to provide it.
Yes, and when that arrives, the afternoon tea will not be the only moment of connection. It will be the best one.
Sophie, based on everything we just unlocked, what would you tell Lawan if she were sitting across from you right now?
I would tell her, Lawan, the technology being built right now is not here yet. But what you can do today is something no robot will ever replace. Call your mother right now. Not at 3 when you always visit. Call her at a time she does not expect. 10 in the morning, 8 at night. Ask her one question. What moment today made you smile? That unexpected call will fill one of those gaps in a way that only you can. And when the day comes that a familiar sits beside her chair, it will not replace you. It will hold the space until you walk through that door.
And what did you learn from this story?
I learned that the most advanced thing a machine could ever do is stop trying to be useful. That presence without agenda might be the hardest engineering problem in the world, and it took a career building 50 million robots to arrive at it.
And for anyone who heard that and thought of someone they have not called in a while, that thought is not an accident. Do not let it pass. The technology for filling the gaps is being built, but you, right now, today, you are the technology that already exists.
Not tomorrow, now.
If this story moved you, hit that like button. Share it with your family, your friends, anyone caring for a parent who lives alone, anyone who has ever set a second cup of tea that nobody picks up. And if you want one unlock like this every single day in English or Spanish, subscribe. We show up every day. So do you.
Every single day.
If someone in your family or your team is spending hours every day on tasks a machine could handle, so they can spend that time actually being present with the people who need them, that is exactly what my business builds. We build AI systems that actually work for you and your team. Visit purpose.ai. It's spelled P-V as in voice, not you, R-P-O-S-E.ai, and book a free strategy call. Everything you need is in the description.
Excellent idea. Vamos!
Thank you, Sophie, for teaching me that the future of robotics might just be a warm presence beside your chair.
Thank you, Coach Juan, for asking the question that made a campfire out of a machine. And maybe the future of technology is not about what it does for us, but about what it frees us to do for each other.
One story a day, one unlock at a time. See you tomorrow, beautiful humans. Own your voice, your vision, your vibe. Powered by Purpose AI, where humans lead and technology serves. Vamos!